Good morning to everyone out there, and welcome back to the Going On Daily Live Morning Show, Saturday edition. Woo!
Woo-hoo-hoo.
I have with us, of course, the dream team of Lena Williams and myself. Good morning, Lena.
Good morning, Ira. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you in a dark room today? It's a little dark there. Hold
Every
on.
time I touch the microphone, I have a mute button on the mic, and it's annoying. So when you go to move it, like sometimes I'll hit that, and that's not
It
good.
happens.
So
Uh,
yeah, I do. I mean, I'm always kind of in a dark room, anyway. But I don't know. It's
okay.
no darker than it usually is, so I don't know. Like, I could
Uh,
move a couple things, but
uh,
yeah.
I am now back in New York, and I love New York, but yeah, it was 78 and sunny in Florida, and now it's cold and damp, and
Yeah,
you got snow, right?
I don't have any here.
You didn't get
We
any
did in the
snow?
state, but I don't have any at my house.
Oh my
At
God.
least not enough. I didn't see it. If we did, it came down and it didn't stick, and I missed it.
Oh,
But we don't have like
hallelujah.
snow where it's like accumulated snow. I don't see any of that
Yeah,
here. So
we should have some of our co-hosts, some of our according to Ron, it was very light, so it
yeah,
probably did melt.
some parts of the state
Uh,
will get more, and so they'll see it more than others. That does happen. So
yeah, it's just kind of depressing that it's really cold in very early December. We usually don't get this until
we do.
let's get to January and February, but
Yeah, no, we
and
do.
people in Canada, such as Becky, are laughing at us, going, "Oh, please."
I know. Like, same thing here because we do get it. This is typical for us. We did
Uh,
have an 11-degree day this week, or 17 or something. It's 24
for
now, but a
uh,
couple days ago it went down into like 11 or 16 or something like that. I don't know, but it does once in a while. We'll get that, and a whole lot more of it January, February. So
so, guys, since we have listeners everywhere because it's
Mhm.
the internet, why don't you chime in and you tell us how cold it is in your area, and somebody's going to come up and go, "It's 82 in Arizona. We're fine." But
I
let
know.
us know, and I'm going to tell you how you can let us know on our social medias. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What
Oh,
happened?
because I don't know. It says my mic was muted for a minute, but good morning. Oh, it's your sister. Hi.
She's the only person who can tell me I'm beautiful, and it's it's not necessarily true, but
Oh,
family will
come
tell you that.
on.
It's,
Take the compliment.
oh, all right. I'll further compliment. She knows I hate
You're
that.
beautiful. I want to hear you say you're beautiful. Come on.
I won't. No, I'll never do that.
Oh,
I will never do that.
fine. I'll say you're
Never.
beautiful. How's
Okay,
that?
thank you. No, I would never.
Now
Um,
Ron's going, weren't you doing social media? Wait a minute. Check us out live if you want to watch us, and chances are you already are. But on YouTube, Rumble, or Kick, you watch us at Rhode Island Broadcasting. If you're watching on Twitch, it's Twitch at RI_broadcasting. If you want to just listen to us,
mhm.
then let's see, Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and my favorite, iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. On Twitter or X, whatever you still call it, it's at Broadcasting RI. Now, for our social medias, if you want to get involved in the show, we got TikTok, we got MeWe, Blue Sky, Parlor. We're even on LinkedIn. LinkedIn! Come on, we cover everything. And that's at RI Broadcasting. Our show, the Going On Daily Live Morning Show, we have our own page on Facebook, and it's at, well, Going On Daily Morning Show. Makes sense.
Mhm.
Almost done, I swear. Christmas is
It's
coming
okay.
up. Support the show. Patreon, very important. That's how you can really support us. So you go to Patreon at RI Broadcasting, and you see our fabulous little logo there. And if you're just listening, it's a really nice, colorful logo. You get it on a pen, on a mug, on a magnet. You share it with people. They say, "What's this?" And then you introduce them to the show. So put little stocking stuffers everywhere. It'll help.
Exactly.
Now, our website for all this, everything we do, is on the Rhode Island Broadcasting.net website. and you can get all the information. You check out other shows that are on the network. I have a show called Circling the Drain. Lena, you're going to have another show on there.
Yes, we are working on it. We're working on it.
Like to
Running a
hear
little late,
that.
but we're getting it done.
Hey, no such thing as late. You get it done. You enjoy yourself. And there's going to be a vote. There's a Hall of Fame vote up there. So it's an interactive site like most, and you can vote for your favorite actor. They give you a list of 5. Oh, wait, what am I getting now? Is there a new vote?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
it looks like best female singer. And that would be, you could
Another
vote for
impossible
Madonna.
vote that like nobody can pick one. This is ridiculous.
It kind of is. He really does pick a murderer's row here. It's got
Oh my
Madonna,
goodness.
Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston,
Yep.
Tina Turner, or Pat Benatar. I got 3 that I'm picking between for different
I
reasons.
know. I
Mm.
actually have no idea how to narrow any of that down. I guess I would have to go. I don't know. I have my personal favorites, but then they're all industry goods, so.
Yep. So
Luckily,
we
I
want
have
to find
all
out what you
December to
think.
figure it out. So.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only 18 days left until Christmas Eve, 25 days left until New Year's Eve. So get out there and vote. Meanwhile, we're finishing up Dog Week
Yep.
on the Going On Daily morning show. And it's Saturday, December 6th. Lena, you're leading off.
I am, and according to the list that I just looked at, I'm like Ron. I was dragging this morning. So here, my little pictures. Oh my god!
Aww.
So, I'll start off by saying, and everybody who knows me is so sick of this story, but when I was a kid, I watched a lot of horror movies, and probably way more than I should have, way younger than I should have. So that brings us to The Omen, and The Omen was one of my favorite movies. But that's the first time I ever got to look at a Rottweiler ever.
Oh,
was in The Omen. And by the way, before I forget, my sister said it's 40 degrees in Atlanta, and I didn't want to forget to mention that.
Oh, and by the way, good morning, Danny.
And good morning, Danny. And so, it was one of those in my mental vision board things that happened where I was like, oh, that's a cool dog. Someday I've got to have a dog like that. Just for so many reasons. How they look, how they walk, just they have this quiet, silent thing going on. So
a little tail.
Yep. And they do have little nubs. Both of my Rottweilers have had full tails because technically that's how they're born.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, for a very long time, there's a long story about why they crop those tails, and now that they don't have to anymore and that kind of thing. But so on my 45th birthday, between it being that I was 45 and that I was a graduate and got my degree, my bachelor's degree in tech, I said, this is it. This is my time to buy my dog. So I got a dog, and his name was Brando.
Oh.
Got him in 2013. His name was Brando. Brando was a very cool dog. My very first dogs. Of course, we went through tons of training, and I met a bunch of people who had Rottweilers through him, and it's not like I don't do anything like this now, but I took him everywhere, brought him to little stores and stood him out in front and let him meet people, and took him on little socialization things with the other puppies. And we got a crew of people together that had Rottweilers, but then just had all kinds of dogs. And so he had all kinds of doggy friends, and he traveled with me all over the place. He went to Florida, he went to Georgia, he went to all up and down the East Coast pretty much. And so
driving?
He
or
wasn't
flying?
in the car. No, he was a
okay.
car dog. He's my my road. What do you call it? My little road warrior.
He's your co-pilot
kind of thing. My little co-pilot. And so I moved to Atlanta for a couple of years. He came down there with me. My sister had a couple of pit bulls, and so I'll have to, if you're on my page, you'll have to see it later. But he and the other 2 pit bulls, they had so much fun. It was just such a great house, with the 3 of them together. And of course, they're all gone now. When he was 6, and I think JJ was mentioning this on the show when she was, I think it was Wednesday that she was talking about this, or Thursday. This happened to me too. He was 6 years old. He ended up getting lymphoma.
Oh.
And it was one of those things where 6 years old is not typically very old for a Rottweiler. They don't live as long as other dogs because they're bigger dogs, but that's fairly young for a Rottweiler. And lymphoma is crazy. Some dogs get it at 2, some dogs get it at 12. You don't know where it comes from. They don't know how to. It's a head to toe thing.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, he had a Rottweiler. I have a friend of mine up the street when I was living in my old apartment, and she also had a female Rottweiler, and they were like best friends. They were 3 years apart, but they became extremely bonded. And there was a point in time where she kind of went away and came back, and she was petting her dog and then petting my dog, and she's like, "Can you come here and feel this?" And there were lymph nodes when you were feeling his throat. That she was like, "This just seems weird. Maybe we should have this checked out." And no sooner did I do that they so we there's a long story, but the bucket list that I went through with him, including going to Block Island, and he was a big hike dog. He was very tired at the end, but we did whatever we could. He loved her children, so we had him spend every minute with her children like he could, because he just loved guarding them and protecting them and playing with them and all that. I have several pictures of my friend Jessica and her daughter Brianna, literally, and my dog. Just like she would dress him up. They would do tea parties. Like I have all kinds of pictures like that. He really loved her. So anyway, that was a bummer, and that was 2019. And I was like, okay, you go through that whole thing. Why did I do this? Why would I get a dog? The dog dies, and like, just why would I put myself through this? And I, in the meantime, had such a large community of Rottweiler owners and lovers and friends of mine that had them. So I will say that when you look at the screen on both sides of Ira, that would be Brando. So that was Brando in his. I believe we were out hiking in some snow in that middle picture right there.
Beautiful.
And I don't know, that there was snow behind him, and it just was a really cool picture. So I took it for him. And he was like 4 or 5 in that picture. And the picture all the way to the end, to the right, down at the bottom corner on the right-hand side would be Brando when he was in Atlanta. He probably would have been maybe 3. So and there's a little video I did with him, and that's just like a screenshot out of that video where that's how he used to look at me. It's so funny because when we would I had friends of mine, and we'd all go walk our dogs, and they were fascinated with how interested he was in making sure he watched what I told him. He was just very attentive. And that's part of the way that's the breed. It's part of the breed where they're very interested in, like, they like watch you and listen to you, and they pick up phrases and words and things like that. And so that's him. That's kind of the look he would give me when he was trying to understand me when I was talking to him. And so anyway, and then in 2019, a couple of friends of mine, I was like completely devastated over Brando, and I probably never will get over that. It's just one of those. He was my first dog. That was they call it your heart dog, where you're just. And so a couple of people pitched in and helped me, threw some money at me to get another puppy, because they were like so upset about, or they felt bad for me or whatever. And so along came Tucson. Now Tucson was in 2019. He was born in August. So when I got him, it was right around Halloween. It was literally like, I think, a couple days before Halloween that I got him at 8 months old. So those are pictures of him over to the left. And that's the typical, that picture on the top is him just laying. I have an easy chair, and it's his chair. He just took over. And so he has this way of laying on top of the chair that I have a Rottweiler blanket on the chair, so you can see the blanket underneath him that covers the chair. But he just kind of lays there, and it's right next to the wood stove, and that's his deal. As a matter of fact, a couple weeks ago when we were doing the show, I was sitting on that chair, so he was not happy, so he kept getting up on the chair behind me. Anyway, Tucson is he just turned 6.5, so of course I'm on vigilant watch because I'm worried. Oh God, is this dog going to go on me too? We do just like Brando and I did. We do a ton of hiking.
Good.
Unlike Brando, he was a pandemic dog. So when I first got him, I couldn't take him immediately to training with the dog trainer that I have and I know, because everything was shut down. So I had to sort of kind of train him myself. He's not as good as Brando was, but he's getting older, and he's getting a little bit more laid back. And Rottweilers are pretty energetic until they're about 3 years old. They're insanity as far as they need to go. They like to work and they like to move. And so now he's at that. He went through this age where you go, I go. But if you want to sit on the couch, that's fine too. He went through that for a little while, which is about 5, and
Perfect.
that's a perfect age for a Rottweiler. It's really cool. And then now he's kind of. I noticed he's going to. He'll get up in the morning and he'll go out to the bathroom and he'll go back to bed. This is a new thing. He's going back to bed now in the morning, or he'll go to bed early, or he'll go to bed. He has a specific bedtime, and if I don't get up and go when he wants to go, he just leaves and goes, okay, well, see you later. That's
Yep.
new. So I'm like, all right, he's sliding down the other side of 6, getting into 6.5, and like that's not totally old for him.
Right.
But it's a little more laid back, a little more relaxed, a little more of an
He's
older
middle
thing.
aged now.
Older, yes, kind of middle aged. So, and then I didn't bring up. I should have given Ron a picture. I have, if you follow me on Facebook or even on YouTube, 'cause I think I have some videos there. There, he has a way of we go hiking at night. We just like to go hiking at night. It's
Okay.
calmer, it's quieter. We don't run into as many people, dogs, and
True.
it's just less. It's actually a very cool thing to do. Most people think it's crazy that I would go out at night, but it's amazing. You go out at night and the night air, and I don't know what it is. It's just peaceful and nice. And he's a dog. He doesn't go anywhere. He's a free runner, so he gets to do that. He
Oh,
gets to sniff
hallelujah.
out. Yeah,
I
I
can't
take
do
him at.
that.
Yeah, I take him at night. He's always been like that. The problem is that if we run into other dogs, or he has cornered people. Yes, well, see, so I'm a true crimer, and everybody who knows true crime knows that serial killers aren't in the woods. That's just where they bring the bodies. They're not in the woods.
Okay.
Second, woods are a secondary location. And I might run around. I might be running around with my dog and run into something that I have to call into the police and say I found a thing, and that's something I look for. But it's
I
where we
found an
go is
arm.
yeah, or just something under the weeds that. But he would find. That's another thing. He finds everything before I do. So I have gone out with him probably since he was. My friend Jessica, she moved to Pennsylvania, but before she did, she had a little white Eskimo dog that grew up with Tucson.
Yeah.
His nickname is Tukka, but his full name is Tucson, and he learned from her and from the same Rottweiler was older than him, just how to be off leash and stay around, or whatever. So we used to do some
Hallelujah.
hiking when he was little,
Yeah.
and like I said, the only thing I worry about is him. If he Rottweilers sort of like to own things that they do, and so when we go out into certain places, he thinks like this is my bike path, this is my trail.
Oh.
So if he sees another
Mhm.
dog or something like that, it's possible he may. He's usually good. If I tell him to stop, he'll stop. I'll put a leash on him and we're done. But yeah, it's so cool to go out at
I like
night.
creatures.
That's Linda. That's
Mhm.
my buddy Linda. She is the coolest thing ever. But yeah, there's
Hi,
something
Linda.
about being around. I know the whole trail at night. I know like a whole 3-mile trail. I know where I'm going. I don't even need lights or anything like that. I just kind of know my way
Wow.
around. I've been doing it and he knows it too. We've been doing it for 5 years in the same spot. So yeah, so it's just very cool. And again, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see several of my pictures. My point I was gonna make is he likes to pick up these big logs and walk
Oh,
around
I've
with
seen
these big
pictures of them.
logs.
Yeah.
Yes, so I have videos of it. Rottweilers are working dogs, and they like to feel like they're doing something. And so it's completely useless for him to walk around for 3 miles with a log and move it around and then put it down and then leave. But it's his favorite thing. He loves it. So everywhere we go, he finds one. He's very selective. They have to be a certain size. They have to be a certain weight. They have to go between trees the right way, things like that. So this is his whole job while we're out,
He sorts them. Yes.
and he wears himself out by doing it. But yeah,
Aw.
it's definitely a log. And if anybody has seen my stuff on Facebook, you see there is years and years worth of this. He's come out of the woods. If we've gone walking without me taking my car, we'll just walk to a local trail. He'll pick
Right.
up something and come back at night. He's like nearly pinstriped cars because he tries to bring home. He wants to bring it back to the yard. So he'll walk all the way home with this thing, and it's just stupid. We have to stop. He's got to put it down. He's got to pee. And he's got to pick it back up. So it's like ridiculous. But whatever, it's what he wants to do. So I let him do it as long as he doesn't. He'll hit telephone poles and things like that with the sticks, because if if they're
I
not
love
like
that.
completely, they don't have the girth that he wants, then they have to have this huge length that will run like 8 feet or something stupid like that.
Not
And
touching
then
the
so
joke. Okay.
yeah, no, don't do that. But what I'm saying is, if it's not if it's a log, that the wider it is, the shorter it can be. So sometimes, and they Rottweilers have a very big bite and a very strong bite,
Yes.
and so he can pick up these like almost like railroad tie log
Oh,
size
jeez.
things and just walk around with them like it's nothing. He'll just stick his teeth in them and walk them around, and he likes that weight. He likes to feel like he's carrying something. He doesn't like it to be flimsy.
It's
So it's
worth it.
just funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, he'll do that, and when we go into the woods and he could do run free, he could do that and not annoy me with like stopping and stopping and stopping. When I'm not on a leash with him, he could do that. And if he runs into trees, sometimes we get into that thing where I'm like, put it down. Okay, figure it out. Okay, where should you pick it up? All right, turn it a certain way. Yeah, it can't be a
Can't be
lipstick,
a
and
lipstick.
I'm not getting into that. We're just not going to
I'm
do
not.
that.
Nope.
So anyway, yeah. So at the moment, Brando was named. My ex and I were trying to figure out what to name him, and we didn't like. We had just seen Marley, and for some
Marley and
reason,
me.
everybody was on Marley and me. Everybody was calling their dog Marley at that time. We're like, we don't like that.
Of course.
And he had seen a documentary on Marlon Brando, and he was telling me about it. And he's like, "Is there anything we could use there?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't really like Marlon because it's too close to Marley, but I do like Brando." What I don't want to do is get a Rottweiler and call it Apollo or Tank, or there's these names that people use all the time, and it's just
Hmm.
I don't want to do that. I want to do something different. So I named him Brando, and then there's this long story about I used to watch a show called My Boys, and I'm probably the only person in the entire world that watched this show, but it had Jordana Spiro, and a guy that turned out to end up, he was on Veep and some other stuff, but his name was Brando. He was a sports commentator,
Okay.
and he was a really good character. And so I was like, all right, between Marlon Brando and that's how we get that.
It's a
All
good
right.
name.
So
It's a strong name.
he also watched hockey. He was a weirdo, and he used to sit and watch hockey, the Bruins games and stuff like that.
Without
He
you?
loved that. Not necessarily with me, but my friend Jessica, he was up there all the time, and they were big hockey fans. Her kids play hockey, and they would sit there and watch. He'd sit and watch hockey with them for hours. He loved it.
Aw.
So when I got Tucson, his full name is Tucson B. Williams. The B stands for Brando because we're, Tucson. I wanted another name that nobody else had. I just wanted something different. So, and I'm like, I've never been to Arizona, and I always wanted to go to Tucson. So I just think that's a good name for a dog. And Tukka is after Tukka Rask for hockey because my last dog used to like watching it. And this is all this long, elaborate reason why I name my dog what I do. But anyway, I call him Tukka. That's technically his. It is not spelled the same.
Right.
I didn't want to
As we can
spell it
see.
exactly the same, so instead of Tuukka, he's Tukka. But it's yes, and Ron, yes, that's why. And I have I have pictures of him when he was a teeny little baby with like a big Bruins hat on top of his head,
Aw.
or one of those little Bruins Christmas hats kind of thing, because when he was little, it was around Christmas. But yeah, so anyway, that's my dog, and that's my life. And when something happens with this dog, which of course it will, I don't know what I'll do after that. I may decide, you know,
Well,
um,
Brandon Carlo.
yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
Oh,
not sure either.
oh, that's probably. I don't know anything about hockey, so if those are hockey people, I don't know.
Yeah.
I never watch hockey, but my Brando watch hockey with them, but I never knew anything was going on. Yeah,
He's a Bruin. Okay.
So yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, this would have been back in like 2018, 2017 or whatever, 2016 that he was watching hockey all the time with them. So, yeah. So that's it. That's just my dogs, my story. I don't know for anybody that has any interest. Like I said, most people that know me know all this anyway. But
Well, you said a couple of things that really hit home to anybody who has a dog,
Mhm.
which is there is a dog community out there.
Yeah.
Now, you found a community of other Rottweilers, but if you
Mhm.
just go to a dog park,
Yeah.
you find it's it's an icebreaker. It's an easy way to talk to someone,
Mhm.
and you meet people that you probably wouldn't ordinarily meet.
True. True.
When I moved to Long Island, and I moved
Mhm.
there to be near my sister and brother-in-law.
Mhm.
So they were the only family I had left, and we
And they
got
left. And they
Tennessee.
left. Did they leave?
They left, yeah, just a
Oh
few
boy.
months ago.
Okay,
We
so
did,
now it's just
it
you.
was 12 years. It was
Are they trying
time.
to get away from you? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, they want me to move to Florida, and
I
that's
bet.
not happening either.
Okay. Fair.
But I got Tennessee, and I love that you named yours after a town, and I
Yeah.
named her Tennessee because that's all they knew about her when I went to it to the shelter. They're like,
Oh yeah.
she just came in. All we know right now is she's a year old and she's from Tennessee. I went, that's it, my dog, done.
That's easy.
And my sister and brother-in-law had lived in that location for years before I got there.
Mhm.
But I knew everybody in the neighborhood because they knew Tennessee. They would walk up,
Yeah.
oh, how's she doing today? And my sister and brother-in-law would be like, how do you know these people? Dogs are such social creatures, and
Yep.
they help us so much. And I'm with you. She's 13. I
Yeah.
have no idea. I will go insane
Yeah. I
when
knew
she
I would. I
goes.
knew that like I said, the fact that I've already lost one dog is like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like it, but I know how it's gonna go.
Yep.
I'm already aware of how it's gonna turn out. And I can't the only thing I can ask is that he live a full life.
Yes.
And then I can't do anything else after that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah, Kim loves my dog. So Kim Kim kept saying, "You have this dog from hell. I don't want to go over there. Your dog's gonna kill me." Blah blah blah. Because she was afraid of. She doesn't like big dogs. She was
Oh, big dogs are the best.
she was bitten by a Great Dane. Kim, tell me if I'm wrong because I don't know if I got that story right. But that's why she was little. So that's fair. You know, she has a little
See,
bit of a.
I understand that, but I was bitten
Mhm.
by two different dogs growing up, and
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to have a dog.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
didn't
I
bother
don't.
me.
I there were my sister's also was bit by a German Shepherd when she was God, she was 2 or 3 or something. She had stitches, and it wasn't a huge like it did take her head off, but it made a good
Right.
gash in her face. I mean, I can understand that. So my sister will um her dog. We've had pit bulls. We've been around all kinds of dogs, Rottweilers, whatever. But
Yeah.
when she runs into a German Shepherd, there's a psychological thing that happens where the dog will
Okay.
start barking at her. There's a sense of fear. Maybe not anymore, but there was a point in
Right.
time where dogs that I knew as German Shepherds that were completely fine dogs would bristle on her, and I would say,
Hmm.
"That's you. That's your psychological thing. Like you're
It's how you're
projecting something,
reacting to them
and then
too.
reacting
Yeah.
to that because this dog doesn't know you from Adam. It couldn't. It wouldn't make any sense." So there is a little bit of a thing that happens that when you fear a specific size dog or a specific breed dog, that they might be able to pick up on it. You know what I
But
mean?
go
But
pet the dog, make friends with the dog, love the dog.
true. But if you approach a dog in fear, that's not a good thing to do anyway.
That's true.
So
Well, you gotta have the owner
you
with
got to be
you.
in the right mindset in the first place. And I will say with Rottweilers, it is definitely like that. Like you can't come up to my dog and just be like, "Hey," and my dog's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't,
No, I don't
I'll
know.
assess you and I'll decide whether or not once my dog loves you." For the friends of mine that my dog bonded with, once my dog loves you, it's on. He's
Oh,
fine.
I
But
used
that
to love.
initial thing, you can't force it with him. You know.
I used to love the little kids in my neighborhood who would
Mhm.
just walk up. Can we pet your dog? Yes. And once she got to know them, it was, oh my
Yeah.
God, my friends are here. Pet me,
Yes.
pet me. So
Exactly.
I do love that.
I would say the only
Here's,
thing that I mean I've seen there've been uh, parents that had children that weren't paying attention or weren't paying attention to their children that have run up, and children are at eye level for a dog, so you just really don't know what they're going to do. You have to be careful, and so I would say, yeah, to have a dog to have a dog in your vicinity, and you teach a child to ask. You know what I mean, and
definitely,
not be okay, and
100%.
be okay with the answer. Sometimes the answer is no, and you have to
Yeah,
be okay with
I've
that.
done that.
So I mean, but for the
Pardon me.
most part, Rottweilers love children and take to them pretty well because they don't have
Yep.
any, they have like no preconceived whatever. Children don't have any, you know,
Yeah, and the animal always knows for some reason. That's why
yeah,
animals are so good with kids most of the time.
right.
But
And
again,
but most of the
ask.
time, but when they're not, it's usually because the child is grabbing for food
Yep.
or it's something else. It's that has nothing to do with the child, is some other circumstance, but or the child's jumping up and down on the dog and things like that. the dog's like, yeah, I'm not with this. I don't like this. That
That
kind of
just
thing.
brings me to one of
Mhm.
my favorite stories, and it's very quick. When my daughter, now this was a cat, unfortunately. We
Mhm.
didn't have a dog yet,
Mhm.
but we had a cat, and then we had our child. And Maya, my daughter, was beginning to crawl. And what's the first thing she wants to crawl after is crawl after the cat.
Yeah.
So she's crawling after the cat, and she pulls his tail. She
Yeah.
goes, boom. And I saw it, and our cat turned around and like a parent who was like startled, hit her on the hand. Bap, bap, bap.
Yep.
And my wife goes, "Did you just see what that cat did to our daughter?" And I said, "Did you see what our daughter did to that cat?"
Right. And I think
She's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay."
cats slap, but sometimes I don't think like they actually the reaction to it is enough. Like I bet your daughter never did that again
No, she didn't.
because the
And
reaction
again,
was
she
swift.
didn't take out her claws either.
Right.
And so, I mean,
Just
she
a
could
quick
have dug in. She
response.
could have bitten.
Yep.
The only one my
That's
cat ever bit was my ex-wife, which is ironic. But hey, maybe they knew something. I didn't.
I don't know about that. There is a whole conversation about animals knowing stuff that you are not paying attention to. That's
Always.
definitely a
Well,
thing.
how many people say I can judge a person by if my dog likes them or not?
I
So
think didn't Bill Murray say that? If a person
I
doesn't
think
like a
so.
dog, I don't trust them. But if my dog
Yeah.
doesn't like a person, I completely believe it, or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But right now we're going to move on to since it is the end of Dog Week, I
Mm.
wanted to give a little quiz
Okay.
of how well you know famous dogs. Now,
Hmm.
I figured the only way I could do this, because if I sit there and I go, well, do you know the movie Lassie's from? Lassie? You can't do that. So I'm going to
Okay.
get all these out of the way that you probably already know. You know Lassie. You
Mm-hmm.
know Marley, as we just talked about. You know
Mm-hmm.
Rin Tin Tin,
Mm-hmm.
Old Yeller,
Mm-hmm.
Benji, Beethoven, Hooch from Turner and Hooch,
Mm-hmm.
Cujo, Blue from Blue's Clues, Scooby Doo, and of course, Snoopy.
Okay.
So those are all famous dogs that have their product is named after them. So I can't
Mm-hmm.
give you that. So some of these are simple and some of these are not.
Okay.
Now, let's see. I'm going to give you the choice. I can give you the name of the dog, and you can give me the TV show or movie they're from. Or I can give you the movie that they're from, and you can try to get the dog's name.
I don't know if it's gonna matter if I don't know the movie. I won't know either one. So I guess.
Oh, they're pretty much.
Yeah.
I think you'll do well,
Okay.
and I hope Ron. I'm sure this will be right up your alley. We're going to start off with probably the easiest one of all.
Mm-hmm.
Toto is the name of the dog.
Okay. So that's the Wizard of Oz.
Bingo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or now you can
And
say
what was
Wicked.
Toto? Was Toto a? He was a little like
Um,
he won
not
the
a. Oh
dog
God.
that Toto was won one year for the AKC show or the
Hold on.
yeah, he was a little, oh man, the little wolfy looking dogs. I can't remember the
A
name, but
Cairn Terrier.
okay.
Okay. It
Yep.
was like now I had to know, so I looked that
I
up.
know. That's my fault. I can't help it.
No, don't worry about it. Okay, there's a movie with two dogs who are starring in it, and their
Mm-hmm.
names are Chance and Shadow. There's also a cat in that movie that goes with them, but
This is
the
probably
dogs are
this has
named
got to be a
Chance
kids
and
movie that
Shadow.
I don't remember.
I'm waiting for Ron to pop in, see
Yeah.
if he knows.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
we're
is
gonna put it on the clock.
it's either going to be something I've seen once or I haven't seen it all, but I don't remember.
The movie is called Homeward Bound.
There you go, kid
You
movie.
remember one of them. I think Shadow was voiced by Michael J. Fox.
Okay, that's fair. I think I remember him that he was doing something like that. I just don't remember. I think I saw it once.
Oh, okay, yes, we have an agreement.
Okay.
Okay, let's try this one. Simple
Mhm.
name for a dog. It's an animated movie, and the dog's name is Doug.
Animation. You're gonna lose me on all
And
that
if
stuff.
Ron doesn't know this, I will be very disappointed because he loves animated movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna that's gonna have to be. I don't know. I probably haven't
We're
seen
gonna
it
put it
or
on
I
the
don't
clock. And
remember
I'm
it.
surprised. Have you ever seen the movie Up?
Once.
Ah,
Yeah, once.
that's dog. That's the line that everybody does, where it's like they show dogs have ADHD. It's like
Mhm.
I have to tell you something, squirrel. You know.
Yes, I think like I think I remember it once, but like I wasn't that a Clooney-esque
Pardon
feature
me.
somehow? Was he involved in that somehow?
Oh,
Uh,
not that I know of. That was Ed
I thought he
Asner.
was. I could be wrong, but okay. But yeah, I'll see
Okay,
stuff once if I think it's okay, but I'm not like crazy about animated stuff from after I
okay.
was a kid.
Well, let's see.
Hmm.
Okay. The dog's name, and the dog has a full name. No, not Clooney. If it was,
I
it
do,
would
you
suck.
don't like
Wow.
George Clooney, I know. All right, I guess.
Apparently.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm battling a little cold.
Hmm.
Bruiser Woods. This dog has a full name.
This sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
Mm. Ron.
Excuse me.
Oh, God bless.
I think you're making.
Bingo.
Oh,
Ron got it
okay, yeah. Legally
from
Blonde.
Legally
Yep.
Blonde.
Forget all about Yo Quiero Taco Bell. Forget all about that dog.
It's just weird that all the stuff that I have in my head that I'm like, oh, I know all these. Why? I don't know why.
I know it's probably it's a brain fart for me because some of it I'll remember, but I won't associate right away. That's
Well,
okay.
here's another one. It's an animated film. It's a very famous animated film, and the dog's name is just Slinky Dogs. Slinky Dog.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Ron, Ron again. If you don't know this one, I'm gonna
Is it
give
Toy
him five
Story?
seconds.
Am I guessing?
Toy
It
Story.
is
You
Toy
both got
Story.
it. There you go.
Yeah, that was a complete guess. I've again seen that once, and I don't
Okay.
remember any of
Well,
it.
these would be TV shows that we definitely watched.
Okay.
So, who? What TV show was the dog Comet on?
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
disappointed if you don't know this one.
You might have to be, because I don't
Nope. That would
know.
be Buck the dog on Married with Children.
Yeah, Comet was an older show. I know that. I just don't remember which one it was.
The
Was it?
90s.
Oh, it was the 90s. Was it? I don't,
Oh, here's my dog now. Hi,
yeah, I
Teddy.
don't remember. I don't remember.
Comet was on Full House.
Yeah, okay. I would never guess that one. I did see Full House, but
Okay.
not like that much. I was really
So
just
let's.
looking at what's his face most of the time. Oh, that's why I
That's why I
didn't
didn't
know.
know. Oh,
Yeah,
you never watched
I'm a
Full House.
Stamos fan, so I might have been looking at him a whole lot. But other than that, I
There
wasn't
you
paying
go.
attention to anything else.
Okay. We all know this. We all grew up watching it.
Okay.
Tiger. Tiger was whose dog?
Why am I bad at this?
Oh, wow. I'm shocked at this one
Yeah.
because you know the show.
I'm sure I do.
Bingo. Ron got it first. The Brady Bunch.
Okay. Oh God, that was so long ago. Yeah. See, I don't know why, but I guess I never retained this stuff.
I guess not. Let's
Yeah.
see.
You found a
I'll
dead
give
zone in my
you.
brain. Congratulations.
Okay. Here's two that I guarantee you will get no matter what.
you
I will
saying
bet
that.
anything. I will bet it. Pluto and Goofy.
Well, would that be a specific movie or just
Anything.
Disney?
Tennessee sit. Good girl.
I mean,
Just go
Pluto,
ahead.
Goofy. Yeah, I was gonna say Bruno, but that's Cinderella. That's a different thing. But yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, Pluto. First of all, you spelled it wrong. Second of all, I love Pluto. Pluto was always my favorite growing up. There you go. Good pup. Let's see. Do you know whose dog is Crypto?
I do not.
Pardon?
I definitely
I'm
don't.
sorry, I didn't hear it.
No.
You don't know Crypto is Superman's dog.
That's superhero stuff. You know I don't do that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right.
No Marvel, no DC for me.
How about this one? I'm going to give you the movie or the movie series. Do you know the name of John Wick's dog?
No, because I never watched that. I wouldn't. I
Oh.
already know what goes on in that movie, so I won't. I just wouldn't watch it. Yeah.
Okay, that was Daisy.
Okay.
Uh, do you remember the TV show Frasier? I'm going to switch it up now.
I do, and that's a Jack Russell. What the
It
heck?
is.
Oh, what was his name? I don't. Oh, steak. There you go, Ron. Ron got it. Eddie.
Eddie. That's it. Oh, I loved Eddie.
Yep.
That was so cute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go to Family Guy. Family Guy has a talking dog, and his name is
That would be Brian. That I know.
Brian. There you go. And to finish up, The Simpsons also have a dog. He lost. He lost in a dog race, and they brought him home on Christmas.
Can you believe I don't remember?
Bingo.
Well, there you
Santa's
go.
little helper.
There's something I never knew until the second ever. The first time
That The Simpsons
ever
has a dog?
no, just that's the name of the dog. I just never
Oh.
knew that until just now. I don't know whether. And I watched a lot of Simpsons. Did they just? Was it something they didn't say a lot? I don't remember at all.
No, Santa's well, he's not in all the episode. Wix is called dog, yeah, but the dog actually has a name. So
Okay.
we're gonna switch from famous dogs I gave you across the border.
Mhm.
You want to talk specifically about Rottweilers on film?
Yeah, just Rottweilers on in different shows and movies, which I just thought was funny. I don't know if there are any that you can remember off the top of your head. But are there any that you can think of besides the Omen, which I already mentioned?
Let's see.
The story of the Omen, by the way, while Ira's thinking, the original Omen had Rottweilers as, what do they call them? They're little helpers that help the protagonist, whatever you want to call them in a movie.
Oh.
In the Omen 2, they changed over to like
The Omen?
hawks or blackbirds or Lethal Weapon 3 had one.
Oh
they
yeah,
went
he did.
back,
Yeah.
in the final conflict, they went back to Rottweilers. If you're an Omen fan at all, they switched away from it in 2 and then went back to it in the third one, and then in the remake in 2006, also obviously would have to be Rottweilers. But they had an Omen 4. Omen 4: The Awakening. I mean, by that point, honestly, I tuned out because I don't like too many sequels, so I don't remember much about that one. But so Lethal Weapon 3 had one.
Okay.
I will go ahead and list them if you don't know any.
I'm trying to find.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off has one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They never named him. I don't know why they didn't name him. I don't think I remember them talking about what name the dog had. But there's a show called The Old Man, which is a really good show. And if you don't get a chance to see it, it's good. He's got 2 Rottweilers. Amy Brenneman is in that show. Now, when's the last time you heard about Amy Brenneman? Like since 2015. But she's in it. And I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that was in it. Yes, Dark Knight is another one.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, but it's anyway. He's got these 2 dogs that he just travels around with. This guy, I don't know if he's like a CIA guy or something like that. I'm forgetting what the heck he does for a living, but he's got these 2 huge Rottweilers that he travels around with. And if something happens, they'll literally come find him and attack people for him, things like that. I know he's an undercover guy, but I forget what he does. It's a good series. I think it was an Apple TV series. And I only watched it because of the Rottweilers, of course, first. But the characters are pretty good. I think they brought in what's his name from Third Rock from the Sun. They brought him in as well.
Which one? John Lithgow?
Lithgow. They brought him in as an operative, and it's one of those spy movie type series, but it's pretty good. Christmas Vacation.
Oh yes, that's right.
And the dog's name was
Snots.
Yeah. Which, how can you forget that, right? Alien 3 had a Rottweiler. Now, honestly, I couldn't tell you because I just didn't have any interest in anything after Aliens, and the sequels didn't interest me. There's New Jack City had Rottweilers. I don't think they named them in that movie either. True Romance had a Rottweiler by the name of Clifford, and that was Dennis Hopper's dog.
Ironic.
Yeah. And so that was a pretty cool. I just loved it. A-Team. The A-Team movie 2010 had a Rottweiler in it.
Did
And
it?
these are just things I'm grabbing, over the head Shadow Rottweiler in it.
Okay.
Dogs of Hell, and then a movie called Caramello, which I've never seen, but apparently is like a kid that is like an orphan kid that uh, runs into a Rottweiler that they become best friends and something. There's a whole storyline to that. I had
Okay.
never seen it. There's a movie called Rottweiler, which is 2004, but the Rottweiler is like a robotic dog and
Yeah.
follows some guy, terrorizing him all through the movie. It's a suspensey horror thing.
Oh,
Um,
half baked.
and a movie called Hidden Lake that I've not seen. So
Okay.
there's just a few Rottweilers and show dogs is in there. Did I get everybody? I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. There's also two films that I have seen and I've actually paid for dearly by a movie, a woman called Angie Ruiz. If you go to
Okay.
angieruiz.com,
Yeah.
those two movies are one is Black Beauty Breed. Yeah, they always portray them as mean. So I don't. I mean, they have a good look to them. Oh, I should say that they did use a Rottweiler or two for Cujo. I forgot to mention that. Even though that was all Saint Bernards,
Exactly. Yeah.
they used a Rottweiler or two for Cujo, I guess, for some scenes from the behind because uh, they were, I don't know, their body language was more sinister. And Saint Bernard just like couldn't pull that off. Like for whatever reason, Saint Bernards were so goofy, they just weren't making the movie look serious enough. And so they brought in Rottweilers, I think, just for like scenes from a distance or scenes from behind the dog because it would
Yeah.
make the dog look a little more serious than I guess Saint Bernards couldn't manage to get that done. Anyway, the two movies I was mentioning were Black Beauty Breed. That's basically literally a movie about Rottweilers from Angie Ruiz. And it gives you all the different things that Rottweilers can do and do in human society, according even as far as there's a whole team that went out to Ground Zero and went looking for bodies and did search and rescue. And so they introduced you to a couple of the Rottweilers at that time that did that work. And those people that set up Rottweilers to do search and rescue and recovery, because Rottweilers are so methodical and they, for some reason, they're less stressed about that kind of work. Like some of those dogs, you
Hmm.
actually have to, for whatever reason, they become like morose in situations like that, even though that's what they're supposed to do. So shepherds and labs and dogs that they put in search and rescue will actually become like despondent over what they're doing. And so you
Really?
almost have to give them little
Never think
victories
of that.
during that thing to kind of make them to come up their spirits. And Rottweilers seem to have more stamina and I don't know, it doesn't bother them as much, I guess, to do what they're doing because at 9/11 they were recovering little teeny pieces of body and putting it. So also they do something called cart pulling, which is when you look at how Rottweilers were, where they came from.
Right.
They were drover dogs, and they were also like butcher protector dogs, meaning that butchers they'd have a shop and they'd make money all day and they'd have their Rottweiler that would pull the carts of whatever they needed. But those Rottweilers were also take all the money. They tie the money around Rottweilers' necks that there'd be nobody would steal them. And that's literally a thing. Back in like ancient Roman times, these dogs come from that, right? But they come
Right.
from Rottweil, Germany. Obviously, probably nobody would not know that, but that's what they were used for. And then at some point, because they pulled carts, the tails were cropped.
Oh.
And this was years ago. This is like be in the 50s,
Yeah.
60s,
Now
70s,
that's what they
70s.
do.
So they did that because those carts, the tails would get caught in the machinery, and it would be worse if they didn't. So they did that for a little while. But because of that, the look caught on, and a lot of people think without their tails that they look whatever. Just like having ears taped and things like that.
It's
Um,
different. Yeah.
and so I guess they do that. They do this thing called sniff work, where you actually get a little kit and you take your dog out somewhere and you put little things out and you let your dog sniff them based on smell, and just something that keeps them busy. It's busy work for dogs.
Okay.
Rottweilers like to have a job, a specific task that you give them. There's something about that they love. And so there's that. they set them up to pull carts with actual people in them. That's just enough for them. Like if you get one or two and you put it in a cart, they can usually do that as long as the cart's balanced the right way. They do agility work. There's some Rottweilers that do agility work, which is it's more like it's more of a there's some dogs that are a little more crazy and energetic, but Rottweilers can be pretty athletic. And so it's not all border collies. They actually can do the job. So that's something else that they do. So this movie, Black Beauty Breed, is just like it's literally, if you don't know anything about Rottweilers, it shows you all the different parts. There's therapy. I have a friend who had a Rottweiler as a therapy dog. And they're very good therapy dogs because it's like you're giving them something to do. You're putting them in a position of helping others. Whatever it is that they can do, they love it. And then there's a second movie that she created called Forever Faithful, because there's a whole study going on right now about Rottweilers because they're so cancer prone, and they don't know why. They get cancer, so they're trying to figure out with their body compositions and what they're trying to figure out from from the dogs that live to 14, 15 years old, what it is about their systems that's allowing them to be healthy for that long. And so there's experts that are studying Rottweilers that are living longer and trying to find out how is that working and seeing if they can apply it to the breed across the board. Because for some reason they all get cancer of some kind at some point. Anyway, but that's just those are some places you could see them in film. And
there we go.
Yeah.
So if you like Rottweilers, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
You should
I don't know. Some people probably don't.
Oh, I don't want those people.
Well, I know. I mean, you've got those big breeds like the Borbals and the Cane Corsos and the German. I mean, those are some of those breeds you have to know how to deal with them. You can have them, but you've of course got to know how to train them. Things like that.
I mean, the dog is basically, his temperament's going to come a lot from the training and who owns them and how they're treated.
I mean, and they do have two. I don't know about other breeds, but Rottweilers, they do have two lines of dogs that they breed for. One of them is a work dog, so they call it a high drive or high prey drive dog. They do breed that like as an ancestry for certain people. Like, I need a dog to come out and, like, I have 15 cows and I need a dog to guard my yard, blah blah blah, whatever. They do breed dogs for that. And then they also breed dogs for show. And so there's a lot of show dogs that are Rottweilers that are bred from a family of show dogs. So temperament matters.
Well, we're gonna. I think that ends our dog week.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move on. We have one segment before the show ends, and I want to talk a little bit about Christmas.
Okay, if we have to.
A couple of things.
Okay.
Now, I have two little stories here.
Okay.
And one is they came out with the top 10 things kids get excited about during the holidays.
Okay.
And I looked at this list, and I'm trying to remember back from when I was a kid and celebrating the holidays. And I don't know there's a few on the list, but I don't know if I agree with all of them. No school. That I agree is on the list. And it is what, number 8 on the list?
Okay.
I think gifts is number 1.
Okay.
Right? What do all kids do? Oh, Christmas is coming, I'm going to get stuff. And that is number 1 on this list.
Okay.
Ron had mentioned no school, and that is 7th on the list. I don't know. I'm thinking that's probably a little higher up because we all look forward to time off from school.
Yep. Stay home, drive our parents crazy, eat all the food in the house.
Oh, yes. They didn't like it, but we did.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go from 10 to 1 on this. Okay. Number 10, seeing extended family. I mean,
I think it depends
see your
on
cousins
your family.
And stuff.
That will depend on your family. Like, if you have a lot of other kids in the family that you don't see much, that might be cool.
I heard of a lot of people say things like, oh, it's the only time I get to see my cousins.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that. Now, this is winter, and I guess for us, outdoor activities. I mean, in winter, is there anything you do at Christmas that you can't do the rest of winter?
I don't think so. Although I don't think you have as much time when you're in school. Maybe like you have
Yeah,
weekends, but
possibly.
maybe you have less time to do like sledding and whatever.
Oh.
I would say sledding is one of the bigger ones, especially around Christmas time. There's
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
thing.
I remember you go home, you do your homework, you go outside, and you go sledding.
Yeah. But what about like is it I guess it depends on what that means. Could it mean Christmas festivals or
Okay.
places where you would go see lights or like that kind of thing. Like we have a couple places up here that they're just all light show kind of places where you go, with the family and park the car kind of like La
Yeah, I do
Salette.
see
Ron
that.
will know what I mean. La Salette, like places like that where there's just a huge bunch
You
of
know
Christmas
what?
display.
I'm
Mhm.
going to place that at number 3 where it says holiday entertainment. Because
Okay.
that is something you can only do during. By the way, I was driving somewhere yesterday,
Hmm.
had to go deliver something,
Okay.
and I had never been in this street before, and
Hmm.
I just had to come to a complete stop. You know how people sometimes go overboard
Yeah,
for a
I know
holiday?
a few personally.
It was not only that they went overboard,
Okay.
but there was you scan a QR code at the beginning, and
Oh,
then you let your kids go in, and everything starts, and there's a spinning elf, and a giant bumble does this when they get, and bubbles come out of
that's
here.
kind of cool.
It,
Wow. People
I
set
had
this
never seen
crazy stuff
anything,
up. Wow.
and if I
That's
didn't have to get out of there really quick because I had something
you would have
else to
gotten. You
do,
would have went in.
I would have.
Yeah.
There were parents there with their little kids, and I'm going, well, hell, I'm going in. I don't care. I
I'm a
don't want to
big
go in.
kid. That's kind of I would go in just because that's just a cool that somebody would set all that up.
Yeah, and I got to remember
That's
where that
crazy.
was, hopefully, so I can go back.
Yeah.
Uh, Number 8 on this list was family traditions. I,
Okay.
uh,
I don't know what. Maybe you and I had family traditions that weren't very exciting. I don't know.
no, my parents, look, and I could feel it now if there is an afterlife. My mother going, go ahead, tell them how bad a mother I was. No, you were not, Mom.
What
But,
about like putting a
oh,
tree up?
God, we had nothing.
Like putting a tree up
What?
as a family tradition.
Well,
Um,
I'm Jewish. I mean, I do
okay.
it now because my parents fumbled the ball so bad with Hanukkah
Okay.
that my sister and I both celebrate Christmas.
So maybe that kind of stuff is what they're talking about. I don't know whether well, for us, it was like, if we didn't have a fake tree, which we usually didn't, we usually had a real tree. There was a
Oh,
whole
I had to
thing,
have a
a
real
whole
one.
night where like there was a ritual of we're going to get the tree and we're going to go pick the
Okay, that's
tree and
nice.
somebody's going to put it on the truck and we're going to get it home and we'll put it in the stand and make sure it's straight. And there's a whole thing. Get the decorations out and put the
That's
Christmas
cute.
music on. And my mother would have already made cookies. My mother started making cookies for
Aw.
Christmas. Like at Thanksgiving, she would start making. Anybody that knows my mother, she was crazy. She would bake like 14 different types of cookies, and they would all be in
Oh, that's
tins.
awesome.
Yeah, she had this whole system going. So by the time that happened, it was like there was coffee or there was cocoa, and we would have cookies, and
Aw.
so that was a whole thing that we
So that's a
liked.
new one. That's a nice one. See, I
So
didn't
I
get
don't know.
any of
Maybe
that.
people did.
So,
Maybe that's what they meant when they say that. Or for you guys, I know I have people that are friends of mine that are Jewish that they did love, and they always remember doing Hanukkah. They love it. They love that part of it. And it's very, it's very whatever sentimental, for them
okay,
from
fine.
being kids. Yeah, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying.
No, not me. Definitely not me.
So that could be a thing that they look forward to.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Okay.
Here's a good
I'm
one.
trying
I
to
don't know if it's
explain everything here. It's like, do you like that?
Adam
Adam
Sandler
Sandler.
made it exciting. Yeah, I got a Hanukkah song.
Yes.
That was about it.
He did 3 of them, didn't he? Or 4, or I don't know. He did a lot of
Actually,
those
what
songs.
the only thing? Yeah, there were definitely different versions. The
Yeah.
only thing I like to do, first of all, I used to give my daughter,
Hmm.
what do you call it, chocolate coins and dreidels, and I would just say, "Go to school, give them out. You're the only half Jewish kid here."
There you go.
So,
There you go.
and they used to love that. So I used to try, and my tree topper is a menorah because I thought, hey, I could have 8 lights up there.
Oh,
That's
see,
nice.
because you can, yeah, you see, you make your own traditions, right? So
I
that's
did,
cool.
yeah.
What about like
So
advent calendars and things like that? I think a lot of kids like those too. It's always
yeah,
something.
that would be cool. I never had one,
Yeah.
and I still don't now.
We're gonna have one. If you ever seen Bad Santa, and you, there's like such
Yes.
a cool advent calendar scene in that. Anyway,
I buy that one.
yeah.
Staying up past your bedtime.
Okay.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. And again, not for us, but for them, snow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a damn kid when it comes to snow. I still love it.
Really?
Absolutely. Like at night when it
Oh,
starts snowing at night, I'm like, turn all the lights off, open up all the windows, and like, oh, let's go stand outside. I love it. I love it. Actually, I'll go hiking in snow and I see it coming. I'm like, I gotta get out in the trails for this because it's so cool to see it. As
I
you're,
used to do that into
yeah,
my 20s, and then it became, then I switched, and it's, goddamn, there's snow everywhere. Can't
yeah. It
drive.
doesn't bother me unless like I have to. I don't. I have like property. I don't have a lot to shovel, so I also work from home. Like when you don't have to, when you have to
Oh,
get in your car and go places, it's a
see?
little more aggravating.
Yep.
But for me, it's just pretty because I don't really have to be out in
Oh.
it to work. So, and he,
See,
yeah,
this
Ron
should be
watched
on the
Rudolph
list.
last
Oh,
night.
sorry.
It's okay,
I was gonna say last night I watched Rudolph, so this should be on the list, especially for kids.
right?
Or do they still watch Frosty and Rudolph and all that stuff
I
that
don't
we
know.
watch?
I mean, there's new Christmas stuff, right, for kids. Like since we were
Is
little,
there?
I mean, there must be new Christmas shows that have come out since then. There can't possibly be none. I don't know what they
I
are
saw.
because once
I
I
saw
hit
a
20, I
commercial for
didn't.
Paw Patrol.
Oh, okay, maybe. I mean, I'm just wondering if animated stuff. There must have been some. I know there is because I think most. If I go through like I'm looking through Apple TV or I'm looking through
Yeah.
Disney, I'll look at cartoons and there's always like a cartoon that's got a Christmas theme to it. So there, couldn't tell you one theme from one thing from the next because once I grew up, I stopped watching all that. But there's enough of it out there.
Well,
Yeah,
Ron says they
maybe
suck. So
you could say they suck, but I think that you think they suck because you're not a kid. I mean, I think maybe they don't
maybe
suck.
George Clooney's in one of them, and that's why he
Maybe
thinks they suck.
I know George Clooney's in one of them. Isn't he? Isn't he in the Fox movie? He's definitely in that. So yeah,
Probably.
you know, I have my traditions of things that I like to watch, but I think it's like a Gen X specific thing to do that, and maybe newer kids watch something else.
As they say, Christmas doesn't start until Hans Gruber falls off of Nakatomi Tower and Die Hard.
Didn't Bruce Willis say that's not a Christmas movie? It's a Bruce Willis movie.
I don't care. It's a Christmas movie.
Everybody said we don't care what you say. Okay.
Number two is the food and the treats. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
said. Your
Yep.
mom would cook 14 different types of cookies and cocoa. And number one was gifts. Which brings me to my next one. Die Hard and Lethal Weapon are Christmas movies. I can't disagree with that.
Okay.
There was an analyst who just came out and said, look, the economy is not so great.
Mhm.
There's tariffs, causing the increase in prices. People are watching their budgets because your food prices are increasing, rent's increasing.
Yep.
You're living paycheck to paycheck. She said, this is what you should do. Do not buy any Christmas presents for any adults. That's it. From age 3 to 18. As she put it, Grandma does not need a new pair of slippers. Don't do it. No gifts. Don't give to. And by the way, does that mean you're not tipping like the mailman and the garbage man and they're adults?
I mean, yeah. I mean, so you'd have to work with whatever it is that you have to work with. Like, is it something that's gonna be a problem for you to do? That stuff would definitely, yes, your newspaper guy. I mean, that's kind of sucks because that time of year, I know that that's what they would look forward to.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I guess there's a conversation to be had about whether that's something you do, but if people can't afford it, they can't afford it. I don't know. As long as they're paying their subscription fees.
Oh God.
So
yeah, cut out a subscription here and there. Go buy something. But would you, if you had the means, and I'm not even saying, oh, I'm rich. Is there still newspaper delivery?
Not much.
There
I
is.
think. Not at least not around here.
No, I used to see the New York Times still being delivered, but
yeah,
I'm in a new neighborhood.
I mean, a lot of it's online now. So a lot of places are not actual printing anymore. But
if you had the means, and I'm not saying you're rich, you're not poor, you're fine.
Good, because I'm not.
And nobody is anymore. Yeah. What do you still agree that Christmas it's for kids and there's a cutoff? As my parents would have said to me at Hanukkah, "Hey, 13, you're done."
Yeah, I always thought that. The only thing I like about that time of year is like actual like trying to we all have time free and trying to like just get around people we don't see and things like that.
Yes.
That's really enough for me. That's always I have never been a gift kid anyway. I've never been a gift person.
Oh,
So I've never thought like, oh, we can't have gifts. I've never when I was a kid, when I was little, of course I loved it. Well, my mother would do it. She went all out and, I have some
oh,
pictures of Christmas trees when I was a kid. It's just like you can't even see the damn tree. Like it's ridiculous. But
that's awesome.
that's once we grew up, that wasn't my what was important to me really.
I don't know. I never thought I would make this statement
Uh-oh.
because it sounds a little off to me, but I've been told my love language is giving gifts.
Okay.
And I didn't like the way that sounded, but I'm like, no, I don't need to receive a gift.
Mhm.
I really get a joy out of I thought about this. You said you needed this, or this might help you. I hope you enjoy this. That's
So
the high
those
for
people
me.
like that are
So
blessings because I am absolutely terrible at that. I'm like, just tell me
uh,
what you want and I'll give it to you. Do I have to wrap it this make? I'm like that. Because
uh,
it's just I'm a practical person, always have been, and so that's how I operate. But gift giving isn't. It's very tedious for me. um, and like I said, it doesn't. I don't ever need a gift, so of course I'm probably much more interested in giving than receiving.
well, that's
But
probably also it
I
for
don't like the.
adults.
There's a
You buy your
performative
own.
part of it that I don't like. Like in
Yeah,
other words, if you give somebody a gift, then you just give it to them because you want to, but not for the response they give you, and all that other stuff. And I grew up with that nonsense where there was a specific reaction you had to have. And if you fell short of that, you were told about it. It was like, never mind.
yeah,
I don't want the gift. If it's like, and it's
I
just going to
agree.
go through all of this, then I just assume not, let's just go on with something else. So, anyway, yeah.
So you agree then, and I guess I kind of do also a little that
Hmm.
if you're an adult, you buy what you need. So
Yeah.
you know,
No, I really do. So I think when it comes to, I've always thought this and I've done it. Of course, I've not done it as of late and I really need to get back into it. Um, Go somewhere, serve food to people who don't have it. Go,
oh, that's awesome. Yes.
volunteer, give somebody time off that can't get time off, whatever. Go to an animal shelter and relieve those people. They're in there all Christmas. They don't
Yep.
see their families. Like just stuff like that. Like that stuff, if you're gonna give gifts, that's really to me more interesting thing to do because there's always people that don't have it and we don't have everything. We're not rich right now, but we could at least maybe give time a little bit, you know.
You inspired me.
I
I think Christmas Eve I'm going to be alone this year for the first
Mhm.
time. Christmas I'll be fine, but I'm like, oh, why don't I go down and volunteer somewhere?
Yeah. And I would say if you're gonna do churches, because churches do meals for homeless and stuff like that.
Yep.
Um, it's actually not as walk-in off the street as you think it is. You actually have
No, it is
to,
not.
yeah,
I've
you
done it
gotta
in the
call in
past. Yeah.
advance and let them know you're coming. And it's
Yep.
fair because they want to know how many servers they have and how many people can do what and can you get there early and set up tables and whatever. So you do kind of have to a couple of weeks out call
Yep.
around and see because there's I mean it's nice because there's a lot more people out there volunteering than you think. They'll always find something they can do for you, but it's good to start early with making sure you call places and stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, since we did say that,
Hmm.
and we are kind of at the end of the show,
Yeah.
tonight at Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, Long Island, New York,
Hmm.
there's going to be a benefit. So come on down. There are going to be some local comedians putting on a show, and it's a benefit. So come on down if you want to. It's also the home of where we do the Circling the Drain podcast. Get a cheap plug. So, Lena, I
Thank you.
want you to be able to equal that if you can, give a plug for
Yeah.
your
So
upcoming podcast.
yeah, my buddy Will and I were working on it. We're trying to get the technical stuff worked out and what our platform's going to be and things like that, and just logos and all that fun stuff, beds, music, and things like that. But we are working on it. We were hoping to drop by December 1st, but perhaps we were a little bit more ambitious than
Yeah.
we thought about that. So maybe it'll be the first of the year that we get started on it, which makes sense. But yeah,
I love
so
that.
just follow me wherever. Yeah.
As you can see, we have TikTok at DJ Lena
Yeah, I
Williams.
actually got to get Ron to change that because I'm not on that as much as I am of other stuff.
Oh,
But yeah,
so
you
get that on
know,
another site.
yeah. So it's Lena DJ Lena Williams on Facebook. It's I think it's sheesh, I have so many that I have to think about what they are. Um, but yeah, if you are on Facebook, you'll probably already be locked in with me on IG, so I don't have to tell you that. But I will. I'll have Ron update some of the
There we
links
go.
here, and yeah. So
And he
we'll
has
just go
mine
from
up
there.
as youtube.com/at CTD Podcaster. You can just put in Circling the Drain Podcast. And Ron, I don't want you to think that we didn't see your comment before for Christmas. He wants a benefit so we could send Ron to Aruba. So, but
Well, you know,
I don't know. We just talked about adults shouldn't get gifts. So
I know. Well,
we
we can't
were
do it,
gonna
Ron.
all
Sorry.
of our hosts were gonna get together and send you to Aruba, Ron, but maybe not now. I don't know.
We need to do a going on daily like local thing. I mean, everybody's all over the country, so I guess that's not easy. We should at least do like a little what do you call it? A little thing where we all get together on video or something, and we all
Let's do a
cheer each
Zoom
other on with
call.
some coffee with a little bit of booze in it or something like that. Um, I did
And
want to
whiskey
say
dogs.
I have Brando E. Williams, and E stands for Egghead, but Brando E. Williams on Facebook.
Egghead!
That's his page, or he has his own page. So if you ever want to see all those
Okay.
pictures of Brando took over his life, that's there. Then you have Tukka, Tukka, Tucson Tukka B. Williams on Facebook.
I
And he's
love it.
also on Instagram at Tukka_the_Roddy, and it's Tukka. So that's all my dog's social media since that's what we're doing
Wait. For
today.
Roddy, is that ROTT or is that RODD?
Oh no, it's ROTTIE.
Okay.
Yep,
I just didn't want
ROTTIE.
anybody to, go to the wrong one just in case.
Right. Understood.
So, on behalf of Lane and myself, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Be sure to come back tomorrow. You've got Ron, Kenny, and JP. And what is it? They are starting Lights Week. Lights Week, we've been told, whatever you want, Christmas lights, menorah lights, lights in the sky, anything you want, we're going to be talking about lights. But remember, if you need some fun, join us because we have it going on daily. Bye, folks.